Good evening and welcome to the broadcast here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. I'm Joel McCall. Alongside me, Nami George, Ray George behind camera, as we welcome you to Swanson Field, the Logan High School. Across the way, new bleachers. Over on this side, full bleachers. Well, we hope so anyway, as we get set for the Division II playoff sectional semifinal between the number 9 Central Riverhawks and the Onalaska Hilltoppers. 12-4-2 are the Central Riverhawks overall out of the Mississippi Valley Conference, where they finished 4th. Head coach Joe Cerniak in his 18th season. For the Onalaska Hilltoppers, 12-5-1. They finished 2nd in the Mississippi Valley Conference. And Tyler Ludeking, 11th year. So these two coaches know each other quite well. These two teams have played a couple of times this season, Nami. It's Onalaska. It's Central. It's a spot in the sectional final. This is the farthest Central has made it ever in girls soccer. Onalaska has made it a couple of times further than this, but came up short twice. One last year to River Falls, 1-0 in the sectional final, and back in 2019. They also lost in the sectional final to Marshfield.
Joel, I've been waiting all week for this game. What a matchup this is going to be. They've played each other twice. They played each other to a draw early on. Central got the upper hand in the second matchup in the round robin part of the season. This is going to be an epic battle, as all Central Onalaska competitions are. And, I know I have a couple of girls in summer school class. They're really excited about this. There's a lot of mutual respect between these two programs. It starts with the two head coaches. Coach Ludeking and Coach Cerniak are very good friends and respect each other's programs a lot, and it filters down to the kids. I heard the girls talking today about how much they respect that Onalaska program, what they've done, the success they've had, and you can bet that Coach Ludeking and his girls feel the same way about Central with their historic run that they've made this year. Yeah,
2022 also they lost to River Falls in the sectional semifinal, did Onalaska. They have been here. This is somewhat familiar territory for the Hilltoppers, brand new territory for the Riverhawks. They won their first ever regional final Saturday over Reedsburg, 2-0. May Yang scored the first goal late in the first half. Quote from Coach Cerniak, "I thought we settled in nicely. We did miss a few chances, so May's goal relieved some of the pressure, and our defense was strong, not allowing a shot on goal in the first half." Second half played out much of the same until the final 12 minutes. Reedsburg looked to have scored with 11 minutes left. Instead, the Beavers were offside, and Wilkerson scored on a one-on-one chance 15 seconds later. Quote from Coach Cerniak, because there was discussion after that. Nami, we'll talk about it in just a second, too. His quote was, "I was not privy to much of the conversation and the discussion." He said Reedsburg could have wanted an explanation on their offsides or why Grace was not offsides, but you can't be offsides when it's on your half of the field. It was interesting and a lengthy process, according to Coach Cerniak. It was interesting and confusing for us up here because there was a ton of discussion after Wilkerson scored what the talk really was, because the official went over to talk to Reedsburg coach, but he also came out here and talked to another official, had to go over to the scoreboard too. So there was a lot going on in that key moment of the match where it looked to be 1-1, instead 2-0 Central.
Well, and the big thing was that Central put the ball down so quickly and moved as Reedsburg was still trying to figure out what happened, and the officials allowed that. We talked about if they should have or not. I don't know the rules in soccer well enough to know if they should have, but it did seem like a quick change. But remember when I was telling you about the baseball team this year and never catching any breaks? That's the difference between what we saw for the girls soccer team. That's a break. Central capitalized. They took advantage of it, and they earned the victory.
Well, you talk about these two teams with Onalaska and Central, and I have more notes. I'll get to more of those as we go on throughout the night. Central has really been down. They've been down in the deficit to Onalaska both games, fought back to a 1-1 tie. They were down 1-0 in the rematch, and then came out and won 3-1. 3 goals second half for Central in that second half. Now, Coach Ludeking was nice enough to supply us some information too, so I want to get to it. Onalaska upended Holman in the regional final Saturday night 2-1 to advance in the D2 playoffs. The Hilltoppers won their second straight regional title with goals from Finley Walters and Francesca Vierens. Onalaska really controlled the match and allowed the Viking goal on a penalty kick. Coach Ludeking's team had some impressive regular season wins, including, get this, they had a 4-0 shutout over the MVC champion, West Salem.
Wow, that's an impressive victory. And Coach Ludeking talked about how that kind of propelled their season.
Yes, he said that was really boosted our confidence. What's weird about that win is the very next night, or the very next match that they had was against Central. They led 1-0 and then lost 3-1. Very, very telling that match win over West Salem didn't carry over to the next match to win, but then again, that's something that you can see on the film and go, that's maybe one of our best wins of the season. He said it wasn't necessarily their best win, but he said that was probably our best soccer that we've played all season. And Onalaska's roster, a mix of new and returning players who had some ups and downs. Again, this is mostly through Coach Ludeking. And then one new player is in the net, and we're going to talk about the freshman Avery Cowley here in just a little bit. But we can't really hear that very well, can we? The PA is going.
So they're reading the sportsmanship message right now?
Yeah, I was going to say Colburn's over there. The problem is that the wind is now blowing directly in their face. Okay, now they're going to do the national anthem. That's why I wanted to pause. Yo, national anthem. At least we had it tonight. The other night, speaker problems. The experience for Onalaska, I'm going to go back to talk about the Hilltoppers real quickly as they are going to roll with the starters.
I'll put the starters up there too.
So. All right, there you go. And I'm going to talk about their all-conference players. The experience comes from 5 seniors, according to Coach Ludeking. First team all-conference was Mallory Meehan. Then they had 2 honorable mentions, Tatum Walters and Natalie Tivas. And then you got Finley Walters, a sophomore, and junior Isabella Kromicki as another all-conference first team and second team. Finley Walters, a sophomore, a first-teamer, and the second team is Isabella. And as far as the battles with Central, well, Coach Ludeking talked about it, and he said it's a story of which team shows up. And if it's not our night, then it's theirs. And in some matches, we've shown up and played really well, and other nights just not consistent enough is what he was talking about in that. So there's your starters. They showed those. You got the Central starters up too?
I do.
All right, thank you very much because I can't see your screen tonight. For the Central Riverhawks, and getting to this match and the sectional semifinal for the first time in program history. Grace Wilkerson, certainly one to highlight. 24 goals on the year for number 20. Aya had her first goal of the year in the playoffs. How about that for a freshman in net, though, for Onalaska? Avery Cowley, 8 shutouts. I know it's hard to show her right now, so don't.
Yep.
Because I know you have a graphic ready to go for both goalkeepers tonight, but are you surprised by that you would have? I mean, maybe there's a lot of experience. We don't know exactly their lineup as far as where everybody plays, so it could be the back end is very experienced, much like Central's.
Right.
But, having a freshman there to read the ball, that's saying something.
I'll tell you what, if you're Coach Ludeking, you love it, right? They've gotten this far with a freshman goalkeeper. She must be doing her job. And on top of that, you got her for another 3 years. I mean, he's got to be smiling from year to year. Having a freshman and goalkeeper as opposed to Central, who has Laura Lapp, who is a senior, and they're going to have to rebuild next year in that goalkeeper position. So
goals against for Onalaska, 25 to Cowley, and then 8 to Lapp. A 2-0 victory over Reedsburg. just the other night. A 2-1 win for Onalaska over Holman. And a little history. I can give it to you, Nami. You're wondering probably a little bit.
I'm wondering.
So they've battled 3 times this year, this time for the spot in the Sectional 1 championship in D2. They tied the first time. Then Central came from behind to win 3-1 in the rematch. 2024, they tied 1-1, and Onalaska won the rematch 4-1. 2023, they tied 1-1, and then Onalaska won 3-0. 2022, Onalaska won all 3 meetings. Regular season 3-2 twice, and the playoffs 1-0. Onalaska also won a regional game in 2021. That one 6-1. And there you go. There we're going to see the highlight of Avery Cowley. So 8 shutouts for her, the freshman. And I'll flip the field and head over, and we'll talk about Laura Lapp real quickly. 11 shutouts, 47 saves. Had to come up with 1 against Reedsburg. None in the first half. Shots on goal for the Beavers. First goal we know will be super important. How will Onalaska battle with Wilkerson? They've seen her twice and certainly have played her numerous times during this rivalry as far as in the conference, and that one right out of bounds.
You know, Joel, I'm anxious to see how Central handles the recent attention that they've gotten from local media. That's not something the girls soccer team used to. We saw a story on Cooley Region Sports. The local news channels were at their practices. Can Central handle that pressure of now becoming one of the better teams in the area?
You know, and looking at the back end for Onalaska as well, number 6, Alex Draskowski, a senior, and then you've got Tatum Walters out there, a senior. So you've got a couple in the back for Onalaska that do have that experience that we were talking about.
That tempers having a freshman goalkeeper.
Correct. Draskowski has it right now, kicking it up ahead. Amelia Spencer, though, is also a freshman, and she plays defense and is guarding Wilkerson right now, who makes the corner. No one with her, though. Taking it closer to the baseline, rolling it back in, and Callie there. Yang was trying to catch back up, but nobody really with Wilkerson. Shot on goal, though, for the Riverhawks within 90 seconds.
Wilkerson's so fast. You see her make that turn, and she just explodes down the field. You can see how she has 24 goals on the year, Joel. True.
Callie with that big boot and off the head of a Riverhawk. So the throw-in on Alaska can turn this right around. Over on the far side, that is Tevis. Swarming defense once again for the Riverhawks. We've talked about that defense. It wins for Coach Cerniak. He said it's helped. They've been starters and playing since day one. We've had some good attacking players who they work against in training and played some very talented offensive teams. Dealing with those situations and learning has helped.
That defense just so key to their success. They were the Munson Realty players of the game in that regional championship.
That's right.
That whole group.
Right. You just wrote defense
That's
down.
right,
Right? That you did. Far side for Kromicki. Get it back off on that far. You know, why can't they come down on this side so I can read the numbers better? Tevis. And that comes to Lapp. Tevis on the year has 14. Finley Walters leads them offensively, 16 goals. You got 2 that are totaling 30. The Onalaska team did have one match where they went off and scored 13 in one match.
Wow.
That was against Arcadia Independence. That was the first game of the season.
Well, Joel, I was just thinking that, you know, we've seen games where Laura Lapp has not had a lot of action. I don't think that's going to happen tonight. She's going to have to be ready back there in the goal. In fact, that Logan game, she didn't do a thing.
Right.
Was able to just watch the game. That will not be the case tonight.
Meehan passing to Draskowski, the senior. Cutting up past the 15 and waiting. Trying to find somebody around. Biondo getting some blocking and back off to Bosshard, but that comes directly to Tessing. Came right back to Meehan. I feel so bad. Mallory was Meehan the entire time when we were always told it was Megan.
Oh.
Remember, kicker.
I do.
Football.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is the other problem that Central's going to have. Clearing this is going to be quite difficult because the wind has now shifted and it is blowing directly at Laura Lapp.
Really picked up since we got here an hour and a half before the game.
Yes. One thing I have noticed already is the solid passing that Onalaska is bringing to the table, as that might be a corner kick. And it is a corner kick coming for Onalaska. That, one, because it's turf, makes the ball roll so quick, and two, the wind, now that has picked up, blowing that directly out. So a corner kick already for Onalaska. They have Tevis hiding underneath by the post. Spins around and blocked. No! Goal for Virens.
Nice set piece there by Onalaska. Got the contact on the kick through.
Yep. Virens on that then.
And there's that all-important first goal, Joel.
Yep. For her, it is her third goal of the year. Corner kicks, man. Well, and again, you got that wind blowing right in your face. The bend.
With this wind, which has really picked up, it's going to be important for Central just to get through the half here and get the wind back in their favor.
And not give up another goal. Bossard, that too far for her to catch up to. Comes right back to Drazkowski. Stepping up, Dale. Wilkerson trying to be as aggressive as possible. Onalaska's passing is very good.
Yep.
You can tell already that that is one of their go-to things is their passing. We were worried a little bit about the weather change because we're worried that rain may come. Dale touches that, comes over to Ackerman. Yang can't knock it down. Bosshard's there too, but this goes. No, it'll stay. Yang trying to fight. Coming all the way back over to Walters. You do have Tatum in the back. That's a senior. This thing could roll all the way to, yeah, I was going to say this might roll all the way out, but Lapp is there and trying to stay in the box.
So she can use her hands.
Yes.
Almost like a football toe tap there.
Yes, it was. Now this will be the key is how well can, there, you keep it low and a low liner. That's about the best you got. Tessing. Battling with Grilly, pardon me. Pass over the far side, tracking it. Virens out on her for Onalaska. Throw in and a good one. Over by Bosshard, this trickles back over and Onalaska will take. Throw in from that far side is Kromicki. And here comes Onalaska once again. Too hard.
And again, the wind just blowing it way too far away.
Yep. The passing is going to be really tough once you pass the 50.
Yep.
Because of the amount of speed that you're going to get on the turf, for one. And a 1-0 lead for Onalaska.
Joel, you hit on it. It's going to be hard for Central to flip the field with this wind.
Yep.
You just can't get a good drop kick to the 40 or 50, you know.
Right. Kromicki over on that far side knocked it down for Onalaska. Looking back towards the middle for Finley Walters. Trying to get off to a left foot. Instead, cleared up. Bosshard. Up to Wilkerson. Had to come back for it. Looking for a shot. 4 around her. Just surrounding Wilkerson.
You can bet they're well aware of Wilkerson's ability.
For sure. And that somehow out of bounds off of Wilkerson. Deflected out.
Good defense there by Onalaska in transition.
Throw in right to Finley Walters. Biondo coming all the way up to try and play it, and instead knocked down nicely by Tevis.
Temperature has dropped here too.
Yep.
Storm coming in.
Yep, that is for sure. We hope that it'll fit. We'll be able to put our equipment away before that happens. Onalaska showing aggressiveness right from the start. Walters lines one up. Lapp there, knocked it down. This will bounce off of her, though, on a corner kick. Lapp a little upset at herself, you could tell. Wanted to catch that. and not allow a second corner kick at 8:25 here in the first half. Onalaska leads 1-0 off of the first corner kick, and I failed to write it down at what time it was.
It was early.
Yeah, I know. Within the first 2 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2 or 3. See if Central can defend this corner kick a little better than they did the first.
No chance on that then. Wilkerson. I wish I had her stamina.
And speed.
And speed, yes, that too.
Central's got, Central
that
had
pass.
something there.
Yes, that Dale. I think you were seeing the same thing.
Yep.
Dale coming down. This high floating pass comes to Walters, and she might have a chance. But Bosshard is in front of her. Walters looking towards the middle. That pass a little bouncy. Knocked back down. Come back to Drazkowski near the 25. Walters trying to cut in. This pass goes through everybody. Even Ackerman couldn't get it down. Biondo steps up and passes it out. Yes, nice kick out by Grilly. Right back towards the middle, though. Onalaska not wasting any motion.
Not sustainable for Central to have that much commotion in front of the net.
Nope.
They have to figure that out.
Comes back over to Meehan. Walters at the 50. You could tell Onalaska is okay setting things up at the 50. They're okay bringing this thing back.
Yep.
Because they're looking for the angles. They're trying to switch the field, looking at from the 50. They're looking all the way to like the 20.
Yeah, when you can
Long
pass
passes.
like they can pass, you're able to do that.
Yes. Dale on the touch, but it rolled away from her. Back to Walters. Well, the first thing I said, or my question of the night is, do they get on the board again for Onalaska? They did. Central down the first 2 times these 2 teams played.
And that's an advantage. Central's been here before. They know they don't need to panic.
Right.
A lot of game left.
Biondo back up to Meehan. We have not seen a substitution. There is one at the scorer's table. Well, what is the scorer's table? The makeshift one, as I called it the other night.
You can see the bleachers put in across the way here
Yes.
at Logan High School.
Yep. New bleachers just got put in. Part of them, anyway. Some parts, not so much there, Nami. There's a few sections that need
work in progress.
Yeah. Well, mainly it's the stairs, I guess. That's what hasn't been put in.
Nisa, watching at home, said Anna scored at the 4:30 mark.
Thank you, because I forgot to write it down. She went back and rewatched it, I guarantee it.
Yep.
She didn't have the scorebook at home. Putting that down. If she does, you need a life.
Maybe she does.
I'm just being kind.
She's a Riverhawk
I'm
fan.
I said that. Not being kind, I should say. Giving her some grief. No, I don't think she has that down at home. But thank you, because I did not write that down. So V-Rains with that goal at 4:30. Avery Bosshard nearly doing the splits. Nami tore. Yeah, true. Nami tore his hammy looking at that.
Well, they got heavy machinery up here, so they would have been able to get me out of it.
That's true. Good point. Nami wanted to try his hand at the vault. Or not the
pole vault.
The pole vault, yeah, pole vault earlier today. I told him if either one of us tried it, we'd break the pole. And Ray wouldn't even get a charge. He tripped before he even got there. Oh, another throw in though. The offense or maybe the lack of offense for the Riverhawks right now, certainly a story too.
We're so used to seeing Central possess the ball so much longer than their opponent, and the script is flipped here so far.
Oh, and that hit the cone. And Central is fortunate that was not another corner kick. Nice knockdown by Bosshard. Coming over to Walters. Bosshard chases. Walters towards Lapp in there. Even that kind of a kick, though, you think about the bend that the wind could give.
Yep.
Lapp has, as you said early on, Lapp has to be on her toes.
Just constant pressure on the center goalkeeper.
Yep. That gets bounced around, but Lapp ready for it. Nearly 14 minutes in, 1-0. And a good crowd did come in, I told you.
Yep.
We're not going to have full stands, but a good crowd nonetheless. They're all here to see us.
Yes. Well, I mean, when you talk about girls soccer in the area, this is about as good as it gets right here.
Yep, that's
Central
right.
Onalaska in a sectional semi.
Yep, you got it. That will roll all the way out. And a corner kick. I like the flags tonight.
No.
Or not a corner kick, goalie kick, pardon me.
Say,
I'm sorry, I misspoke.
Made my heart drop.
No, I misspoke. Goalie kick. But I like the flags tonight. They did not have those the other night, did they? Not the bright ones like that.
I don't remember that, yeah.
Much easier to see. Onalaska applying more pressure. Looking for Walters. That ball trickles past. Nami's worried.
Yeah, I am. Just way too much commotion by the goal.
But you said Central's defense, they can rely on their defense, and they're going to have to in this first half.
Yes, they are.
But how offensively aggressive. Ooh, that's a bad pass. That's out. Yep, out of bounds and a throw in for Central.
Yeah, it's about surviving this first half. Yeah,
because offensively, Riverhawks aren't going to get much with the wind blowing the way it is, and Onalaska is just too skilled offensively. That come to Wilkerson. That pass from the 20 all the way back to the 35.
And they're okay doing that, as
Yes.
you said. They can set up something from
Yeah,
that.
they're looking for plays off of that. Bosshard will take the backspin. Like pitching wedge out there, kicking into the wind.
Getting word that the video is choppy. We apologize for that. We are in the elements.
Yeah.
We are on Joel's hotspot, so that should give us a little better.
I'll put it down by it, too.
But the audio should be good. We'll talk you through it.
Right. We're trying to do the best we can.
Yep.
Kramicki over on the far side. For Onalaska, leading 1-0. Sectional semifinal. Winner of this plays the winner of River Falls and New Richmond. That's the other D2 Sectional 1 semifinal. I'm on this near side. Drazkowski with room in front of her. That one off the knee, and Lapp going to have to hustle. Played off the knee right there at the offensive middle. Did not get the number. Oh, that is Tivas again. Ackerman on that far side. And they got a dead ball over there, I think. Did they not? Or is it just a throw-in?
Oh.
No, I thought he waved for the dead ball kick. Oh, look out. This could easily make it all the way to the net from the 23.
For sure. Lapp going to have to be ready for a direct kick here.
She's in her stance. High. Hit the upright. And cleared out.
Almost placed that perfectly.
And Bosshard just have to kick it out of bounds. Oh, my goodness.
Oof.
I told you it was coming.
Yeah.
From the 23.
Central dodges a bullet there.
My, oh, my. 18 minutes played. We go to 40 here in the first half and the second. There is no extra time like you'll see in those professional soccer games. Dale's trying to scoot that out and bounced up and over. Wilkerson.
Now
Yes, looking for some help. Wilkerson a little bit too much. Still able to regather. Bosshard's with her. Can't keep it in. The challenges for Wilkerson is to find any kind of free space. It's just not going to be there much tonight.
That was great defense by Spencer from Onalaska, staying step for step with Wilkerson. Don't see that very often.
No. Now you flip the field and give Wilkerson the breeze with her in the second half, we might be talking a different story. Ackerman coming up for that. You get this back towards the middle of the field. Bosshard trying to win, trying to split. Can't. No help with her. Wilkerson. That Yang over on the far side. Zhang. That's Zhang over on the far side. Oh, and Ackerman. Look at that ball fly up in the air. Bosshard kept it in. That's a good pass. Good pass from Klein Borgert. Off of Meehan. Boy, you can feel the Central crowd wanting just something to cheer about. They just want one positive play. It doesn't even have to be a goal. Back towards the middle. Jean could not catch back up to it, though. Onalaska controls.
Boy, the Hilltopper defense is good.
Yep.
Really good.
Mickey on that pass. Comes to Draskowski and back up ahead to Tessing. Really, and then Biondo steals. She looks up ahead. That knockdown, though, by Meehan again. Any little positive play that defense can make. Comes to Walters, near the 10, looks to kick. Lapp blocked it out. Another attempt, and off the side of the net and out of bounds. Lapp had to dive for that. Could not make a clean save. Can't you sense that, though, Nami? We're sitting around this crowd.
It's tense.
Yep. We're sitting around the Central faithful, and you could tell they're just itching to, we want one solid play. We want something to cheer about that's out of bounds.
You see the Central offensive players wanting to run, but Onalaska's defense there every time.
Yep.
Not giving them any room to move at all.
No. And you wonder, we're talking about 1-0, after 4.5 minutes. Can you weather this storm? Well, hopefully we can, if there is one coming. But also, up and out of bounds. That Tatum Walters down there, so I'll throw in for Central. But you also wonder, is it too much to overcome if it's 2-0 by halftime?
Yeah.
I don't know if it is, though, Nami, because once they flip the field, Central could have a lot of momentum with them going in and attacking Cowley.
Let's not find out.
Right. Wilkerson, far side. Walters right there with her. And takes. Right back out of bounds and then almost into the new bleachers. Throw in deeper. A corner kick for Central would be really hard too, though, to even try to make something towards the net, because what's going to take place is the wind's going to take it away from Cowley. Remember, it's a freshman behind the net, or in net, for Onalaska. Too hard. Throw in for Onalaska. Off of Gurley. Knocked down nicely by Tivas, but then up and out. Trying to look for Walters. Is it just me, or did the sophomore Finley Walters grow 4 inches since we saw her at volleyball season?
Her volleyball coaches will be happy about that.
Right, I'm sure.
And basketball coaches.
Yeah, I was going to say 3-sport athlete.
Yep.
Yang up ahead to Bosshard. Or no, that's Young. Man, still nothing there. Aggressive defense by Sophie Ackerman. Biondo up ahead. Wilkerson tracks it. Oh, just got away from her. And then, Wilkerson kept it alive over on the far side. Dances. and lost it. Too hard on the pass. Knocked down, Bosshard. Kick towards Cowley.
Couldn't get much on it. It was bouncing.
And the save.
But every second that ticks here in the first half is a benefit to Central.
Right. Oh, that knocked off of Bosshard. I like the aggressiveness of Central's defense, but then if they get caught flat-footed, they're in trouble.
You know, Onalaska just waiting to pounce.
Yes. And Biondo kept that alive and in on her pass. Oh, Bosshard tripped on the turf and couldn't make it. Colburn with his 40. And Bosshard to throw in.
40-minute 40.
Yeah. Hey, now. I was giving him more credit for that.
Is Colburn the new E-Dog?
Right? There we go. And he's walking away already. He quit after one.
Yeah, that's enough of that for him. I didn't think that was going to stay around.
No. Veering's over to that far side. That went backwards. Back over to her. Pass too far. And goalie kick. 25 minutes played here in the first half. Winner of this taking on River Falls. I'm laughing because I can see Nami's facial expressions. He's just so nervous right now.
I am.
River Falls, the number 1 seed, and number 2, New Richmond in the D2 sectional semifinal.
I'd love an equalizer.
Yeah, before half.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be humongous.
Yeah.
Ball bounces right to lap.
But I'd also like the ball to get on the other side of the field.
There's a lot of other I was going to try to run through all the D2 sectional semifinals for you and see how well I do with names, cities, school names.
Yep. You've been getting a lot better at that.
We didn't get to do that tonight. The only thing I was going to make mention of while the ball's still, it's over on the far side with Wilkerson. Still looking for someone. There's Dale. Some opening there. Kick it. And Bosshard. Too far and out. Number 1 Assumption versus number 3 Aquinas in the D4 sectional 1 semifinal. And then in D3, the MVC champs, number 1 seed West Salem, battling Baldwin Woodville. That's in the D3 sectional 1 semifinal. So those are the other teams that are playing around the area, at least in the sectionals that I saw.
Probably won't get any updates on that because everybody I know is at this game.
And D5 I don't look at because I don't know if anyone's really around our area in D5.
Right.
Who would you consider D5 in our area?
I have no
there you
idea.
go. See, that's why I don't look at that. So it could be more soccer coming up in the area if Aquinas or West Salem can win. Plus one of these two teams is in the area, battling on Saturday for a sectional championship and heading off to state. River Falls has certainly been the one in this sectional for quite some time, I've noticed. Nice job by Biondo.
She's so good back there. Biondo is. Saves Central a number of times throughout the year.
Bosshard steps up in front of the recently substituted Verzweivelt. Ball in the middle. Meehan giving that off. There's Biondo again. And you talk about how important she was. Well, you can go back. Well, you can't right now, but that Reedsburg opportunity where their best scorer, I guess you would say, offensive weapon, she had one look. Remember, Biondo stepped in front of it.
Yep.
That was pretty much it. That was Gronley that had that chance for Reedsburg. And that was around the 15. And she was going to turn and fire, and Biondo stepped right in front of it. And got through. Oh, boy. I think Zhang thought she might put more on that. Instead, right back to Walterson on Onalaska. Wilkerson on the far side. Here stepping up is Avery Bosshard, one of the seniors. Give it right back over to Wilkerson. Two-person game. Is it a give and go? No. Wilkerson takes, tries a split 3, came through, got a chance, kicking it with the left, right to Callie. But a chance, shot on goal for Central.
Right through 3 defenders, putting her skill set on display. Shot on goal was just right at the goalkeeper.
Biondo trying to clear again. Aya Klein Borgert trying to play some D. Right back over to Walters. Walters shifts, shoots, lefty, off. That's where the wind helped Lap.
Yep.
That blows away from her and hitting the back bar.
Walter's just looking to shoot darts every time she has possession.
Why not? You got 16 of them on the year, Nami.
Yep.
Not only that, but she's also, just 4 assists. I thought it was higher than that. If you're Central, you just can't get in your head of being disappointed to be down 1-0. They've been in this spot before. Were that way against Onalaska the first time. Tied at 1-1. They must not go to a shootout in the regular season.
No.
And so that's why it stayed 1-1.
We would today.
Yes, indeed. Have to.
Yep.
How exciting would that be? Another good stop by Bossard. That Bryn Bossard, you'll hear me say Bossard twice. Bryn's the sophomore. Avery, the offensive player, is the senior. Stepping right in front of that as well. Draskowski looking for the middle. She's the thrower. Drops it right to Walters. Right back over to Draskowski, and instead, Bossard again. Wilkerson doesn't really have anybody with her. Madden Zhang is the one towards the middle of the field. And out of bounds off of the defender, Meehan. One of those seniors for Onalaska. You know, I didn't get all conference mentions from Cerniak, so I didn't have those, just from Coach Ludeking. Trying to set something up. The throw in a little bit too hard and up and over everybody. Played by the freshman Spencer first. Yang at the 30. Give it back over to Dale. That pass awry. Onalaska deflects. Brings it back across. Past Yang. Not past Ackerman though. Klein Borgert. Yeah, look right back to the. No, not there though. The middle was right.
Oh,
Walters.
Look
Lap.
out.
Sliding on the play, Lap. Takes it away from Walters. If that ball bounces up over Lap's head, it is a goal. Because it would be 1 on none.
Great play by Lap to come out and go get that do or die situation.
Yes. Can Central withstand for 8.5 more minutes? That's all they need to do. And off of Klein Borgert. That's all you wonder about, Nami. There, Yang getting a right foot swooping in there. Meehan. Come back over to this near side. Draskowski. Walters at the 40. And there's that switch. Switch of field. Change the eye for Central. Pass way too strong, though, and Lap is there. Hold for a 7.5. That's all you can do. Nami, don't hold your breath that long. I know you can't do that.
I'll try not to.
This ball towards the middle. Central and Onalaska. 1-0 lead for the Hilltoppers. Sectional semifinal. Central, first time they've made it there. Ball bounces. Bossard. Klein Borgert looking for, I think Bossard's looking for her to go down the sideline. And we have a substitution. Looks like Grilly's going to come back in. And she is for Zhang. Wind is cooler. Everybody thinking about rain. We brought, well, I shouldn't say we. Ray brought tarps and trash bags for the equipment in case it comes to that. We hope it won't. Really trying to get it off to Yang. Dale, can she knock it down? Can Central control something, though? That's the thing. The ball just keeps bouncing for them off these passes.
Yeah, they're really having a hard time keeping it on the turf, aren't they?
They are. Every pass that they are trying to make just bounces just a little bit. Nice header by Ackerman, making sure that there isn't a run out by the Hilltoppers. Oh, and Wilkerson tried to knock that down with the right foot. Instead, come up and over. Onalaska content with a throw-in. 6 minutes left in the first half. A 1-0 lead for Onalaska. By the way, Nami, I did have tea tonight.
I could tell.
Yeah. I'm getting more into this girls soccer since I don't get to call much with you for the spring season. Not to say that somebody's going to hire me for the World Cup. That's not going to happen. Oh, there's a shot, sort of, by Dale.
The wind just blowing it right back in her face.
See, that's a shot, though. You reverse the side of the field,
right.
Nami, and she takes that. Dale tries that around the 15, going the other way in the second half. That's a shot on goal.
Yep.
That's the difference.
Just get out of this half.
Correct. For 5.5 more minutes. Central cannot have another mistake.
Didn't
Lap.
love that.
Oh, no. Lap, this might go backwards, back towards her. Be better off just putting it towards and blocked out. And a throw-in. Huge play there as that did not get to the corner.
What a big defensive play right there.
Bren Bosshard, but that, yeah, Walters will have to go near the corner, but it is. She like model walked that all the way
She's
down.
strutting.
I know. That was pretty funny. Like, where am I supposed to go? Are you sure it's all the way over here? Oh, and a handball. Oh, no, they didn't call it. Bryn looked like she got her hand on that.
I thought so, too.
Yeah, not called by the official. And that's out. Off of Onalaska. What a huge break for the Riverhawks. Wilkerson trying to find any room to move.
Boy, they got her boxed in, don't they?
Yep, that is for sure. Wilkerson looking around saying, where am I supposed to go? That passes through Bosshard right over to Tessing. Beerings over on that far side again. She had subbed out for a little while. She's the one that had the goal so far for the Onalaska Hilltoppers. Wilkerson. Going back to Bosshard, and then too hard for her pass, but was able to get back to it towards the middle. Bosshard, that again coming too strong. This ball getting away from everyone. Biondo knocking it down. At the pass over to the far side to Ackerman. That's the freshman Sophie over on that far side. Uh-oh. 3-on-2.
Good defense.
Yep, Chloe Ackerman. And a heads-up play. Just blasted out of bounds. Under 3 minutes.
Boy, the last two defensive stops, Bossard and Ackerman, coming up huge for the Riverhawks.
Ackerman trying to knock that down on the throw-in. We do have a call on Onalaska for the dead ball. Not that it matters much. That's my mic.
Wind is really picking up now.
I'm sure that's mostly my mic. Well, maybe not, because I'm covering mine now. There we go. I don't know whose it was, yours or mine. I got my clipboard in front of mine. But yes, the wind, I think you can hear it. Onalaska scoring on the corner kick.
All spring season, Joel, we've been fighting the wind. It feels like every time we're outside at an event, it's windy.
Yeah, I know. You've been battling it more than I have because I haven't been out in the elements much. I haven't been out, period. Wilkerson. Yang. Back towards the middle with Wilkerson. It's too strong. Klein Borgert up high and Callie there. Did not catch that clean.
Watch Watch this kick. Look at the wind take that.
Right. Too bad that is not what Nami's drive looks like. And Walters colliding with Bryn Bosshart. Minute 20. Bosshart trying to jump ahead. Wow, no call on that. Looked like some contact with her and Tivas. I am surprised on that. Looked like some arms being swung around. 1 minute left in this first half. Can Central survive with just giving up the one? And it happened early. 4.5. That one knocked down. 45 seconds. Boy, I think you'd hear the sigh of relief out of every Riverhawk fan when that was not even really a horn. The siren blows.
Got to get another stop here, though.
Right, Walters over. That kick. Lap is there on the slide. Tessing gave it a good ride, but it was on the ground, which helped out Lap.
She did a good job going down to get it.
Yes, she did.
That should get him to halftime. Maybe.
I'll say, not a guarantee. 10 seconds. Walters looking up, but see, a lot of the kids aren't even paying attention to the time anyway, and that's it. 1-0, our score.
And a round of applause from the Central fans because they know how big that was surviving that first half. They gave up the early corner kick goal, but other than that, their defense was true. Onalaska had a couple opportunities. Bossard came up big. Biondo came up big. Ackerman, it's the names that we've been saying all year long, come up big on the defensive end and get Central to the half.
Matthey Construction, a proud Riverhawk community sponsor, is more than asphalt and roads. They're a family-owned company with exciting opportunities in engineering, research, and green technologies. Join Matthey's team of top chemists and engineers developing sustainable solutions for tomorrow. From the lab to the road, Matthey Construction inspires the next generation of innovators. Visit Matthey.com to explore diverse careers in legal, HR, tech, and more. Build your future with Matthey Construction.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. We also offer the latest in camper rentals. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com. Pettibone Campground and Banquet Hall, located in La Crosse, is your perfect escape and event destination.
The La Crosse Central Alumni Association is a proud sponsor of the Central YouTube channel. The Central Alumni Association meets once a month with the main mission of providing scholarships to Central High School seniors so they can continue their academic pursuits. Last year, the Alumni Association awarded $63,000 in scholarships to 66 deserving Central students. For information on how to join the Alumni Association or donate, see our page on Facebook.
The La Crosse Central Basketball Association is dedicated to developing the basketball skills and character of young athletes who will attend Central High School. Please check out our website, lcbahoops.org, for more information about our year-round basketball offerings.
Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during lunch, Central's Booster Club school store is open for business.
To support Central sports and clubs, we sell a wide variety of products, including clothes, candy, and school supplies.
Outside of school hours, we are also open after school from 3 to 4 on Thursday and Friday.
Right now, the store is seeking volunteers eager to make a difference in students' lives. All parents and students are welcome to support the Booster Club by working at the school store.
If you would like to volunteer, reach out to either Jen Service or Joanna Carmen.
Don't miss a moment of the action. Be sure to follow the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel on Instagram and Facebook. On Facebook, search Central Riverhawks YouTube, and on Instagram, search Central Riverhawks Live.
Matthew Construction, a proud Riverhawk community, sponsors More Than Asphalt and Roads.
Rain's the difference maker for Onalaska as they lead 1-0 off a corner kick at 4:30 in the first half. Onalaska leading Central, the number 9 team in Division II rankings when they came out at the end of the year. Two teams that have played twice this season. Each time Central was down 1-0 at halftime, Nami.
I think the big story here is the position, the field switch, and so now Central going with the wind. That's going to help out tremendously, and we'll see if the Hilltoppers just try and pack it in and play a lot of defense. I anticipate that's what we're going to see because it's really hard to try to score into the wind.
Well, and for my question of the night for the Riverhawks, it was really, can they apply a pressure first? No, they couldn't. And for Onalaska, do they score first again? Do they get on the board? And they did for tonight. So, again, the winner of this takes on River Falls or New Richmond in the D2 Sectional 1 final on Saturday. That match would take place 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon up at Arcadia. The other section or Division 2, here we go, Nami. Division 2 sectional semifinals. Number 1 Plymouth versus number 4 Pulaski. Number 2 Brookfield Central versus number 3 Nicolay. Number 1 Union Grove versus number 4 DeForest, a team that Central has seen this year, I believe, or at least Onalaska has. Number 2 Monona Grove versus 3 Sauk Prairie. And then Pewaukee is out of Sectional 4. Their semifinal is against Waukesha West. And then number 2 is, or the other one, I'm sorry, is the number 2 team, New Berlin Eisenhower versus Wauwatosa East. And that is the sectional semifinals in 4.
You are a Wisconsinite. You hit every one of those towns correctly, and those were not easy ones. Waukesha, Wauwatosa.
Yes, so I got them all. And, yeah, so then you look at that, and if you saw the rankings as they come out, almost exclusively all the top 10 still in. So, I mean, those rankings, yes, we joke that they don't matter when it comes to seeding, but they really are kind of proving that the top 10 teams, they're still in it all the way to the sectional semifinal. And River Falls, the number 7 team, Central, the number 9. But right now, in trouble, 1-0. Teams foot the field, come back at 3.5. We'll bring it to you here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel.
Matthew Construction, a proud Riverhawk community, sponsors More Than Asphalt and Roads. They're a family-owned company with exciting opportunities in engineering, research, and green technologies. Join Matthew's team of top chemists and engineers developing sustainable solutions for tomorrow. From the lab to the road, Matthew Construction inspires the next generation of innovators. Visit Matthew.com to explore diverse careers in legal, HR, tech, and more. Build your future with Matthew Construction.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. We also offer the latest in camper rentals. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com. Pettibone Campground and Banquet Hall, located in La Crosse, is your perfect escape and event destination.
The La Crosse Central Alumni Association is a proud sponsor of the Central YouTube channel. The Central Alumni Association meets once a month with the main mission of providing scholarships to Central High School seniors so they can continue their academic pursuits. Last year, the Alumni Association awarded $63,000 in scholarships to 66 deserving Central students. For information on how to join the Alumni Association or donate, see our page on Facebook.
The La Crosse Central Basketball Association is dedicated to developing the basketball skills and character of young athletes who will attend Central High School. Please check out our website, lcbahoops.org, for more information about our year-round basketball offerings.
Don't miss a moment of the action. Be sure to follow the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel on Instagram and Facebook. On Facebook, search Central Riverhawks YouTube, and on Instagram, search Central Riverhawks Live.
Central down to Onalaska, 1-0 here in the sectional semifinal. Division II, the number 9 team, making it to their first ever sectional semifinal. You know, Nami, I would have made a bigger deal about that had we known that that's exactly what it was. Their first regional final ever. I didn't know that last week. Had I known that, we would have made a bigger deal about it in the broadcast. We found out about that afterwards. Did you know?
I knew it was their first regional final victory, yep.
Well, why did you say something on the air then?
Because that's not what Coach Cherniak and this team's goals are.
Well, that's true. Good point.
We're not going to celebrate that.
Good point. Yeah. Well, we'll see it with the flip field. Walters over on that far side. Onalaska had the free kick to start. They did go a hair early here in the second half just because they are preparing for some rain. We're trying to get this thing done before that so our equipment doesn't get dumped on.
Can start pouring as soon as we get in the car.
Correct.
And not a moment before that.
Correct. Exactly.
Clock has not started yet.
Oh, no. Oh, now the scoreboard's out. So that's even worse.
So I'm sure they keep the time on the field.
Yes. Yeah, but that means we're going to be off throughout.
Yeah, hopefully. Coach Colburn working on it. Hopefully they can get it fixed, and hopefully
they could probably talk to an official at some point and get the time correct. Remember, we had time issues last week, too.
Yep.
On Saturday. Grilly, too hard and out of bounds. So Central trying to adjust to the wind. And who will be the most aggressive out of the Central Riverhawks offensively, we know will be at Wilkerson. And as you said, it's all about trying to control for the Riverhawks. Now you got to worry about, okay, my passes were short that first half. They were really blowing backwards. Now they're going to go the opposite way. Can they control that, though?
Right. Yeah, it's a big shift, isn't it?
Right. You got to adjust to that. Bosshard.
Clock is running now, but
it's running up. And Colburn going to come down and find out. Yang right around the 25. Dale. Elliot Dale lost it. So they're trying to figure out now the clock is running, and like you said, running up, but it's not. Far side, Walters. So Onalaska on a 3-on-3. Back to 3-on-4 with Biondo catching up. Towards the middle. Kick, lap there, what a save.
Nice save there, had to go down to the ground to get it. Good opportunity there for the Hilltoppers, and that's a big-time save for Laurel Lap.
But not what you're wanting for Central. The goal kick comes out high and far to 40, but this time of possession that we expect will change to Central. That pass off of Meehan knocks down back towards Walters. Tatum, senior in the back. Knocked down by Dale. Over to Wilkerson.
She just has no room to move at all.
She doesn't. And that was a pretty good pass that got through to everyone. How's that happen? Throw in for Central.
Mr. Colburn, turkey strutting back down to the scores table, see if they add some time back on.
Yeah, and he did talk to the official to get the official time. I have no idea how he's counting that, unless he had it possibly on his phone. Start a timer as you walk.
I'm guessing, yeah.
And that way he would be close to the official time. That ball bouncing around. Comes all the way to Spencer over on the far side. 5-hold past Wilkerson. Onalaska, I'm sure, content with running this right around the 50 for the next 35 minutes or change. Dale over to Yang. Yang didn't get much on that, though. Deflected right back down by Meehan. Oh, that ball came loose for a sec. Klein-Borgert, pardon me. Wilkerson, that touched, and that is out. Yeah, that's the right call. Good call by the official, as that did touch Kromicki last. Any news on our video? A little better now?
Yeah, it's been better.
Okay.
Yep, Nisa said it's been better.
Okay, so the official has stopped, and that might be the reason why, is to get the time correct on the board. And there you go, 44-38.
That's about right.
And your scoreboard working just fine tonight.
I like it.
All the equipment, and it'll get poured on.
No.
Oh, this is up and out off of Greens, who we saw had the first goal of the night at 4:30 off a corner kick. Onalaska had 2 corner kicks in that first half. Just coming near Yang, but it's off of Spencer. Good knockdown by Ackerman. Bosshard with a little space. Over to Dale. Tried a little give and go, but it wasn't there. Bosshard did not go with it. Wilkerson hoping that ball would just trickle away from a defender and give herself a chance. And Central, to me, feels like they're still playing on their heels.
Yep.
Even offensively.
I thought that would change with the change of field.
Same.
But it hasn't.
Far side. Kick towards the middle. Lap there. Came towards Tivas.
Doesn't feel like the wind hasn't been such an issue for Onalaska as it was for Central.
Yes. Wilkerson trying to split 2. Does towards the corner. Kicked out and a corner kick. So Central has a corner kick.
First one of the day.
You got it. Can Central get the equalizer right here? Wilkerson. Nervousness in front of us. Fans on the edge of the bench. Ready for this one to come off of the foot of Wilkerson. To Dale. Nothing.
Had a good touch
But
on
this
it.
is coming right back.
Good
It
defense.
was deflected. I could not see the number inside that congestion. Looked like maybe Kromicki was the one that touched it first. Wilkerson higher this time, climbing up and over. Yang tried to head it and out of bounds.
Just on the top of the head. A little too far over top of her.
Ball floated a little hair more than what Wilkerson would have wanted to, I think, on that. Nami and I hoping for Central to win and celebrate Father's Day together.
Absolutely.
Our wives will love it. Because they don't have to do anything for us then.
Like they were going to anyway.
Hey, my wife had plans.
Oh, really?
She ordered a bunch of stuff off Amazon. I was told not to look at the bank account or the Amazon.
Well, there you go.
So there was something coming. Something coming tomorrow that I'm not allowed to open. So I am getting something now. My hope was to golf with you.
Yeah, no kidding.
But that has not happened yet.
Someday.
Someday. That back out again. Oh, they called it off of Wilkerson. That looked like it was off of Reens for sure. Ackerman right back up to Wilkerson, looking for the middle. Yang through them! Could not get a shot off though, could Yang. Walters there.
It's that Onalaska defense again, collapses so quickly.
Out, but it did not go outside of the cone, so it is a throw-in. So close from a chance for Yang.
It was a great pass.
She had the goal the other night against Reedsburg. Yang coming out. Wilkerson. Surrounding her, though. And Grilly, that pass too far for her to even take. And came right back over to Onalaska. Biondo looking for it. Ackerman kicks it up and over everybody. It'll come to Cowley.
You know, both coaches mentioned in their emails about this game is going to come down to who executes the small stuff the best. Right now, that's Onalaska.
And Cowley with that goalie kick comes all the way just to the 25, but Wilkerson misplayed it.
We're not used to seeing Central turning the ball over as much as they are.
No.
Having the issues passing
That stays in, and a chance here. Zhang. Kromicki had to just kick it out. And here's where Onalaska starts to get on their heels. Yes, keys tonight, both coaches. Going to come down to who is ready to play and who can do the little things better. That's from Coach Ludicky. And then for the Riverhawks, have to keep them in front of us. Bosshard had a chance. Slipped. Oh, if Central could just flip field right there, there's a chance. Ackerman just waiting, and this is going to go out of bounds, and another throw in for her. Coach Cerniak, have to keep Onalaska in front of us and not get beat in transition. Have to prevent services and clear the ball from dangerous areas. Lap needs to make plays, and we need to finish our chances when we get them. Central had 2 corner kicks thus far in this second half. Neither one of them found the back of the net. Wilkerson, any look for her. Dale should just launch from about 25. If you get a chance even from there to go up and over the defense, you should try it.
With the wind the way it is?
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Oh. Walters knocking down over on that far side, Bryn Bosshard. And there's that wind again. I just got my clipboard right to my face, trying to block the wind. Play here for Tivas. Walters, lap, knocks it down, and Ackerman bring it right back out.
Wisely kicks it out of there.
Yep, good idea. Played 51 minutes. Hoping the rains will stay away so we can get this whole match in. Kromicki up ahead.
Look out.
And Lapp comes in, makes a play, and can grab it. Nice. Oh, she's lost it. Still lost it, and it's free. Kick towards the middle. Biondo missed it.
Oh. Get it out of there.
Lapp could not grab a hold of it, and it's off of Vreens.
Oh, my goodness.
Lapp had it go underneath of her leg, and she could not control the ball.
Lapp was on the ground. The goal was wide open.
Credit to Biondo as well as Bosshard for making some plays defensively to make sure it stayed. Oh my, not a shot off the head. Biondo up in the air, trying to clear. That pass to no one. Wilkerson ready for it, looks up ahead. 5 holes past Kromicki. Wilkerson, all the momentum with her. More good defense, though.
Yep, every time.
And Ackerman.
Boy, that looks like arms to the head.
That's what I thought. Ackerman trying to look maybe for a shot there. Instead, Central got to get back and got to get back in a hurry. Vreens was over on the far or on this near side. It's Walters over in the far. Dancing with it. Passes. Ackerman comes back from the grave
Good, yeah,
to make
good
the
transition
play.
defense there. Onalaska had something going. Central able to recover quickly.
Zhang. Bosshard, Dale in the middle. Somebody's got to start to launch. That's too far, but I like a chance around the 25. Wilkerson, hands on the hips. She's been working so hard. Dale off the head. Right to Bosshard. Spinning. Kick it. Give it a whale. She does. Callie blocks, but it's still alive. In the front, comes back out. Grilly tried to knock it down. Bounces past her. Kicked out of bounds by Onalaska and nearly hits Colburn. Chances for the Riverhawks here. 54 minutes played.
Just keep pressing. Keep pressing.
D2 sectional semifinal. Ackerman to throw it. Wilkerson had to give up on it. Dale. But it was Walters that touched first. Tavis. Yep.
Oh, they are letting him play, aren't they?
No call on that because it was just too tripping, really. Towards the middle. Callie again has to come out and save it. And jumping up and over her is Zhang. You just wonder if one loose ball comes towards Callie and she misplays it.
We've seen it off of her hands a couple of times.
Wilkerson. Shoot it. Dale, high, up and over. Callie, there.
It's all right, though. Keep the pressure on that Onalaska defense. Wait for one chance here.
Right.
One mistake from the Onalaska defense.
Well, here's...
Can't do this.
No.
There you go.
Biondo. Oh.
And there are those things. We just have not seen that from this team throughout the season.
Biondo too strong too. Ackerman.
Just kind of unforced errors. Takes you out of rhythm.
Yep. Yang coming in for Zhang. For the Central Riverhawks. Stromicki is throwing for Onalaska. Towards the middle and Yang there. Yes, it is physical. You're right. Seeing some of that. Walters through everyone. Biondo stepped up. I don't know if she even touched it. She did not. Walters that drifted far and away. Ambrose over there giving it back to Lapp. But it'll be Ackerman to have the goalie kick. 56 minutes. A 1-0 lead for Onalaska. Tied 1-1 the first time. 3-1. Central won the rematch. They've played to a 1-1 tie nearly every year. For the past 3, they have. Wilkerson trying to play that. Walters. Tatum right back over and saved by Karmicki. No, could not save it, and a throw in for Central. Got to get Wilkerson some space, and I don't know how you do that. You know, we talk about that all the time. Good shooters need space. We talk about it in basketball, you run screens. You know, how do you really do it in offensively on the soccer pitch?
Right. I just feel like it's going to have to be somebody else. They got her so penned in.
And you even get Biondo coming up. Dale trying to put that through.
Can it be, you know, a Mei Yang or
Right.
a Bryn Bossard or
Right. Zhang. Madden's played quite a bit of minutes, too. Right on the year, Wilkerson 24 goals. Bossard 13, Yang 9, Dale 3. Those are your tops.
Dale with 3, and she's had a bunch of them that just missed.
Right.
Now would be a good time to cash one in.
Here's a corner kick. Wilkerson had danced and pranced over on that far side and got Onalaska to take it out of bounds. On the end line instead of the sideline. Wilkerson lining it up. Clock keeps moving at 58 as this ball comes in the air. High, and Bossard with a chance. Out of bounds. The header was there too, Nami.
If she puts that in the corner, it's in there. Just missed it a little wide right. Got to keep your energy up.
Yes. Can't be deflated after one little miss.
Right, it's a 1-goal game.
Yep. One simple mistake for Onalaska's defense, and this game could tie right back up. I like all the pressure being brought up. I like the fact that even Biondo is moving ahead. I realize that she can't necessarily play as a mid because she's defender, but that's kind of where they placed her. Out of bounds once again. Another throw in for Central. Further down. All you're trying to do is get that ball down the field. Biondo. Oh, she wanted to kick it. And we got a trip. Biondo is happy about that.
In the box or not?
I think it was outside the box, just the hair. And it is.
Boy,
and Wilkerson.
Here you go, top shelf, Joel.
You betcha. It's where I keep all the, well, never mind. I can't say that. The good spices. Ackerman and Wilkerson eyeballing it. Wilkerson. Got it! At 59-45! Wilkerson's free kick will tie the game at 1 apiece. Jubilation for the Riverhawk fans.
Now, don't start celebrating too early. You still have the wind in your favor. Finish this in regulation.
Right.
Keep on putting the pressure on.
What a kick by Wilkerson. Her 25th of the year. As you said, you don't get complacent because they do have several athletes do the Onalaska Hilltoppers.
And I don't like that.
Nope. Lap was there. Cannot allow Finley Walters any kind of free space either.
Oh,
Nice
touch.
Yeah, it was a really nice touch by Bossard. Not calling that. Wilkerson can catch up to this one. Trying to go back to the corner. You know she wants another corner kick. This would be off, and it is off of Mickey. And so Wilkerson. I'll get out of your shot, Ray. 1-1. The hush falls once again for Wilkerson. It did on the free kick. It will on the corner. The last one was Bossard nearly heading it in. Yang got a touch on it. Comes to Cowley.
Really good attempt there. Cowley fortunate that it landed right in her hands. You can see she can't kick it at all.
Nope. And it comes to
That
Walters,
wind
but
just-
yeah, Zhang there. And over to Grilly. Oh, touch back though. Looking for Walters. Finley and Bryn Bosshard. Right back up to Tavis. And Chloe Ackerman winning that battle. They're looking for a call as the Onalaska Hilltopper, but that cannot be. Wilkerson turning the corner once again, pushing the pace. Spins away, but then Walters steps up.
Great play by Walters there.
Push through.
Walters anticipated that spin move that we see Grace use all the time.
Yang right back over to Wilkerson. Came too hard off of the right foot. Could not keep it controlled. 1-1. Sophie Ackerman playing over there. Vreen, I believe, is the other one over on that far side who had the first goal of the game. And that was for Onalaska. Grilly catching up to this one.
Nice move.
Remember, another Central Riverhawk that they lost for the season was Pearl Court.
Right.
There's another, person off the bench for the Riverhawks that they do not have. Be a throw in for Central over that far side. 17 minutes left in regulation. Cannot end in a 1-1 tie. Off of Wilkerson. Time and a quick substitution.
So, Joel, would they go overtime? Is that what they do? I don't know.
I'm not sure either. I mean, this is the first time we've really covered playoff soccer. Or would they go directly to the shootout?
You got to imagine there's at least one overtime.
Well, yeah, that's true, too. Maybe putting 10 on the board.
Sudden death.
Yeah.
Look out.
Oh, boy. Bosshard catching up to this. Walters touched it. And Lapp scoops.
Boy, Lapp's done a nice job in goal tonight.
Yes, she has.
Has had to come out of the goal area a number of times to make plays, and she's been true every time.
Trying to eyeball who to give this to.
Look at the difference in
It'll
the kicks.
carry.
Yeah.
Yep, it'll carry all the way out, though. Past the 30. The other side, another substitution. How big was that free goal kick by Wilkerson? Gave one chance off the trip, and she cashed in on it.
Put it in a perfect location. Nothing Cowley could do with it.
Nope. Had a good athlete back there, that freshman goalkeeper for Onalaska. But like you said, Central cannot get complacent.
Right.
Couldn't over-celebrate. Yang to Bosshard. Throw in for Central.
Let's find a way to get one more here, Joel.
Right. It's all you're looking for if you're the Riverhawks is one more golden chance. Wilkerson. Back towards the middle. Jumped up and... Well,
that was weird.
Yes, it was. Zhang is the one that kicked it and ended up hitting Wilkerson, who's out of bounds. So off of Zhang on that. Onalaska had a defender fall down on that play. Ackerman. Nice little momentum switch for her. Grilly over to the far sideline. Referee trying to save it.
Over his head.
Right. Doesn't quite have the ups.
I would have got it.
Oh, I know. For sure. Bosshard looking for an opening, not there. Onalaska certainly packing it in. Ackerman right back over to Dale. Pass too far and really to no one. Walters want to run out on the run. She pointed for it. It's one-on-one. Walters and Lapp. Walters wins. 66-28.
Nothing Lapp can do with that one-on-one. One of the best players in the conference. Beat Bosshard down the field.
Could not tell who had the assist. She called for that. Walters called for that on the run. She was battling with Bryn Bosshard and won the one-on-one and beat Lapp.
Yeah, once you saw her get around Bosshard, you knew that was big, big trouble for the Riverhawks. Riverhawks going to have to push now.
Wilkerson has Zhang on the left side. And touch, that should be touched and a goal or a corner kick though, because that was touched by Callie. What a pass though too. And Walters putting it to the net, 17th on the year for her. Back to a lead for Onalaska, 2-1. Wilkerson too hard, maybe not. Biondo trying to get through there. Was this touched at all? It was. Touched on that far side by Vreens. That one sent way out. Man, what a huge play. Like I said, Walters read that so well too.
Yes, she did.
Biondo, high.
Like the effort, though. Yep. That's a good spot to try from.
Yep, that's exactly where you want to go. That 15 to 20 yard mark is going to be the chance for Central. 12 minutes to respond for the Central Riverhawks. Onalaska trying to fight back to the sectional final where they were last year and lost to River Falls 1-0. Another throw in. Vreens off of her. And you know Onalaska's okay kicking this thing up and out all the time, all night for this final 12. Yang getting in between that. They have nobody over here on this near side. Jong and Bosshard. Walters had it for a second, come right back up. And Kromicki is the one I think that had it first, and this is another run out over on the far side. Vreens.
Goal is open again.
Yeah,
Lapp came out.
Yep, she sure did. Lapp came all the way out.
Onalaska's passing is so precise.
Wilkerson. It's 1 on, well, make it 2 on 6. Another throw in for Central. Down to 10.5 to play. Yang, kick it. Yes, that's exactly what she should do. If she could get it up in the air, though,
right,
that's what you want. A little launch point. Looking for that 35-yard field goal.
Yep.
Dale line drive knocked down by Onalaska, getting back up towards Walters. Bosshard knocks it down. spinning away. Onalaska packing it in. 5-6, playing defense, surrounding Yang. If this thing rolls all the way out, and it does, corner kick. It's off of Walters. Maybe one of the final few good chances here for the Central Riverhawks. 9 to play.
They've had some really good looks off corner kicks. Haven't found the back of the net yet. Now would be a good time for it.
Wilkerson to deliver. Yang high, up and out. If Yang can control that, you're in better shape. Instead of having that go off the top of her foot, you want it to go off the side and hang with it.
Wind picking up here.
Yep.
Going to make this kick difficult. Yeah, keep it on the ground.
I'll say, if you're on Alaska, don't turn it over.
Yep.
Got 8.5 to burn. I'm looking for Walters again.
She's so fast. Ooh.
And lap, and that one go away from her. Lap the senior. Big senior group.
Did your heart drop there a little bit,
A little
Joel?
bit, yeah. I'm wondering what was going on there.
Yeah.
The senior group, Lap, Rizwan, Biondo, Avery Bosshard, Brianna Grilly, Klein Borgert, Aya, that is, Zietlow.
All right, let's go. Come on.
And then Arsenault. That's your seniors on this roster for the Central Riverhawks. That stayed in. Avery Bosshard trying to play her heart out. Trying to make sure that this is not her final. Wilkerson enter traffic. Onalaska there.
Oh, great play there.
Yes. Dale knocked it down. Off of Walters, under 7. How many more chances does Central get? Bosshard, Wilkerson, too far or no? She kept it in. Out of bounds. Throw in for Central, but these are all taking place so far away.
And time running short, Joel.
Yes. Now, I mean, I'm wondering if, and really they have called Walters even off, I think Onalaska did.
Just back everybody in?
Yeah. If you're going to do that, though, you might get a chance with, if the throw-in comes deep in the territory, like it was just like a minute ago, if you look back, Dale has no one around her. That might be a chance for a far kick. It's all throw-ins. This is playing right into the hands of Onalaska. But you got to stay on side, obviously. Jong up to Biondo. That kick came back towards Biondo. And wants another one. Throw in. 5.5. 2-1 lead. Onalaska. Oh, and Ackerman and Biondo. Out of bounds.
Stop the clock.
What's the?
Don't know what the whistle's for.
Yeah.
Maybe to check on Ackerman, who took the worst of that collision between her
true.
and Biondo. I think she just lost her breath.
Right.
Got the wind knocked out of her a little bit. She says she's fine.
See what I mean? But look back on this right side of, you got Dale, you got Ackerman. I know you're trying to get it close to the goal, maybe get another corner kick, but I wouldn't mind seeing this ball come out and then launch one towards the net. Wilkerson, that hit the official.
Referee. Did she get a free kick from there?
No.
Oh. What do they call that?
Just a drop-off, I guess. Ackerman.
You made that up.
Sounded good, though. Under 5. And here comes Onalaska to control. And Sophie Ackerman has nothing but...
Time running out now.
Right.
Really got to...
Yep. That Finley Walters goal proving to be the difference. It could be worse. This could be a corner kick off of Dale. Well, who's this out on?
Saying out on Dale.
Yes, they are. So Onalaska has a corner kick. 2 minutes. Or 4 minutes, pardon me.
They will take their time to set this up.
Yeah.
Does Central have any magic left? Gonna have to do it late here. Get it out of there first of all.
Right. Lap will hurry. 3.5. Bosshard went up and over her and Wilkerson. Little contact there, but no call. Breens, who scored earlier. Ackerman. Bosshard. That's knocked down. Out. Throw in. Under 3. 2-1. Onalaska leads Central. Teams tied 1-1 in the regular season, and then it was 0-1. Onalaska led after the first half in the second matchup. Central won 3-1 though. Central, this is the farthest this girls' soccer program has ever made it in the postseason. Won their first regional final over Reedsburg Saturday. Look for more. Thought, who knew what would happen with, after that Wilkerson kick. Bosshard. Oh, trying to force it into Wilkerson. And it's a corner kick. Terrible kick for Onalaska. 2 minutes. Wilkerson lines it up. Floating high. No one around it. Biondo hit it first. Sophie Ackerman missed it over on the far side. This blasted all the way out. Look at Lapp. Lapp's come out.
Might as well pull the goalie.
Yep, pretty much. Ackerman. I can hear some of the fans saying, pull a goalie. Who cares? That doesn't matter. Central's trying to do everything they possibly can. They have not even 90 seconds.
Ooh.
And that should have been contact called on Finley Walters. Wilkerson. Final minute. Onalaska fans standing, clapping.
Oh my goodness.
Lapp at the 50. Has to be a throw-in. Central will throw it in. Ball bounces around. Back out. 50 seconds. Another throw-in. Ackerman. Ackerman steps up.
Last gasp. Nope.
And Walters clears. 30 seconds. That ball floats up. Callie coming out of the box. Doesn't matter. It's a goalie kick, and that's probably going to do it. 20 seconds left. Onalaska. We got to run out of time. Are the Central Riverhawks a 2-1 lead and 2-1 win for Onalaska. Finley Walters, the difference maker. At 66-28, the 17th goal of the season for Finley Walters puts Onalaska in the win column for 2-1. Breen scored the first goal off the corner kick at 4.5. Wilkerson on the free kick at 59-45 for her 25th of the season. But it's a 2-1 win for Onalaska, and they'll move on to the sectional final, which is where they were last year and lost to River Falls. They'll likely have to play them again because that's who faced off with New Richmond tonight. Nami, final thoughts as we close out not only the spring season, but the closeout of the 2024-25 athletic calendar for the Central Riverhawks and us on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, obviously a heartbreaking loss here today, and it really did come down to what the coaches talked about, who executed the little things better. And tonight, give Onalaska credit. They played sharper. They passed the ball better. They didn't turn the ball over as much as Central did, and that was the difference. And you got to give credit to where credit is due. Onalaska came in and played a great game. Walters got free deep in the Central zone, and she cashed it in, and Central just unable to get that second goal to tie it up. And it's a hard pill to swallow, but don't lose sight of the fact that this was a record-breaking Central girls soccer team. Those seniors, I can't get my graphics up right now, but those are the Munson Realty players of the game, the 2025 senior class, the history-making 2025 senior class.
And we highlighted them earlier in the game. How about, I know that we're kind of signing off for the year 2024-25, a year of growth for this Central Riverhawks athletic program. We've seen lacrosse now.
Yep.
And not only that, but it was also a growth in our year here on the YouTube channel. I mean, you did a ton of work during the spring season. You brought more broadcasts to this YouTube channel than even last year.
119, Joel.
There you go, 119 for this season. And, from the ups and downs of the football season, and boy, what we thought that might be early on in the year, to their response, the Central Riverhawk volleyball team certainly having one of their finest years that they've had under Coach Williams, all the way to track with Michaels making state.
Yep.
And so, and then this team here with the Central Riverhawk soccer team. So I think overall we've had quite the year to cover the Central Riverhawks.
Got a couple months to rest up and get ready for volleyball and football, boys soccer in the fall.
Well,
and we're going to have to hit up some sponsors, Joel. We got some work to do.
That is true. That sponsorship letter will get sent out here sometime in July. Ray, thank you so much for doing all these games. I know you have nothing else better to do anyway, though. So, Judge Judy, that's true. Oh, well, you DVR'd it today. I'm sure you'll go home and watch it.
As much as she gets mentioned, she should be a sponsor for us.
Very true. She's got some money. Nami, thank you for everything that you have done for us for the spring season, because we wouldn't have over half of these broadcasts in the spring season without you, because I know that you cover so much. And thanks to your family for letting you go out and do all these things for the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. And for tonight, 2-1 Onalaska. Best of luck to the Hilltoppers as they move forward and play on Saturday up at Arcadia. I'm Joel McCall. Thank you so much for tuning in throughout the entire 2024-25 athletic year. Can't wait to bring you 25-26 in the next couple months. Good night.